It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Next on Madden NFL 25.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. This throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
They gained 14 on the play, and it'll be first down Packers.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play fake, it's Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Love from the gun. Completes this one to Kraft. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. Third down coming. Here's Love to throw. Cut by Jacobs. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just one.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
On second down, Jacobs. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. Shotgun now for Love. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Dobbs. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down Packers.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf...
Now we are getting a challenge. Mike McCarthy wants to take another look at that last play. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. To the line we go. They're set, first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. They stick with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Love out of the shotgun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. From the left hash, 34 yards away. And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Turpin with a return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Dak to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
1st down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dak now from the gun. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now lead by 10. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Packers taking the field now, their 2nd series of the game coming up. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They send the tight end in motion. Dumps it off to his running back. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Deron Bland.
You could see that screen develop as the linemen pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down. A defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
1st down throw. Here's Love. He's going deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 23. Looking right, and he finds him. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. They made it 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down. Going run again with Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 1-score game in the first half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
All right, so the officials take that touchdown away. He did not break the goal line. And they send a man in motion. Jacobs has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 1-score game in the first half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This is taken in at the 13. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
From the 34. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Throwing on first is Prescott. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert running down the left side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now lead by 10. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on first. Oh, stiff arm. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Packers driving ahead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing now from the gun. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Brought in right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Love. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Packers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Prescott here from the gun. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well. Another throw for Prescott. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Looking to throw. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. So we've hit the end of 2. The Cowboys fighting to the halftime lead here in Dallas. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Cowboys retreated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Packers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Love from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. Third down coming. Shotgun now for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. That finds Jacobs complete. And he gets him around 6 there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air with Love. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that, so let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Pressure coming for Love. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
And the kick by Folk is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cowboys headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. That throw finds Pickens. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun is Prescott. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the longtime vet Brian Engeron now. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Packers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They kept throwing it to him as we worked throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. Takes the handoff, now Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jacobs running behind center. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They're now set for 1st and 10. Love. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out.
Now we are getting a challenge. Mike McCarthy wants to take another look at that last play. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
No change to the call on the field, so the challenge fails, and they can no longer challenge anything the rest of the way. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Love now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jaden Reed, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Broken up by a big guy at the line. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Love to throw again. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, when a defender can get his hand on a pass in any way, good things usually happen.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Another run for Williams. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
It's Pickens on the slant. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. This is the end of the third quarter. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Prescott here from the gun. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Prescott set to pass. Flush down now to his left. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Now Dak to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Here's Dak. Has it in close. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys grow the lead to 7. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they've got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on 1st down.
Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Cowboys sending out the dime package. Third down. Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they try to power right forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Has it down close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And they draw just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Cowboys ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Dak. That one's complete right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Oh, he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Setting up to pass. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They stick with Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Turpin with a return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Dallas.